It's summertime, so the kids are out of school having fun, right? Well, it's also a time where hospitals see the most incidents of child injury and deaths. This afternoon, Hannah Eberlein from Safe Kids of Greater Toledo is with us to talk more about the 100 deadliest days of summer. We want to be, having fun and carefree during the summer, but this is a serious topic today because unfortunately the statistics are there to show that it can be dangerous for kids in the summertime.
Yes, definitely. So during these 100 days, which is between Memorial Day and Labor Day, at least 41% of those fatal unintentional injuries happen within those 100 days. So it's a pretty significant percentage for just a short amount of time in that summertime.
And kids are home and maybe parents are busy, or you may not have your regular schedule or your routine. So I could see it's easy for kids or parents maybe take their eyes off things like that. What types of injuries are we seeing?
Yeah, so we see a lot of different things in homes. Of course, we see poisonings, we see drownings even inside the home, and then falls as well. So kids falling, whether it be down staircases, even out a window. Just a couple weeks ago, we had a kiddo who broke their femur from a window fall. So even just things like that, making sure windows are properly secured, having as much active supervision as you can on those kiddos during the summertime when, you're not used to them being home all the time.
Right. And kids are curious. So they're getting into stuff. And one of those things that they might be getting into is maybe kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, things like that. What are they finding in those places?
Yes. So in those spaces, oftentimes we know to not, drink this green liquid, but a kiddo may see it as juice. So even when we're out cleaning, we, could put something in a different container, and maybe a child says, oh, I asked mom for juice and here it is, but that cleaning product is actually not their juice. So we really encourage family members to go across their homes to see what they have that's a cleaning product, and maybe even consider how does this look to my child if they were to see it? And also a lot of these cleaning product logos have, fruits because you want everything to smell really nicely. A really good example is kitchen spray. It has a food on it. That is more of a safety thing for a child, but then when they see a furniture polish that has a lemon on it, they still think it's fine to have, but it's actually a poison.
And maybe if you're putting things in different containers, that skull and crossbones or that poison sign isn't on those different bottles.
Yes, and then especially when it comes to laundry detergents and pods, they have the poison control number on there. So if you have a thought that my child may have ingested this, immediately call the poison control number. They can direct you what to do, maybe tell you, maybe try this little remedy, or go directly to the emergency room. So if you're taking items out of those child-resistant blocks, you may not have that quick access to that phone number, which could be potentially life-saving.
So maybe just keep it in the original packaging.
Yeah, I know aesthetics. I know, but original packaging definitely has a really good purpose.
It's there for a reason. Also I feel like kids are, the perfect height sometimes for maybe being stove level or, counter level, even grabbing something, maybe putting their hands in something hot, things like that.
Yes, definitely. So we want to make sure that parents are studying those life-saving habits as soon as you can. So even if your child isn't at the time where they're crawling around, if you're starting those good habits, you're more likely to keep those good habits when your child is going to be trying to climb Mount Everest, right? If they see something they want to climb on it. So starting those good habits earlier on definitely be helpful. So when it comes to the kitchen, keeping things all the way in the back, having those pot holders turned backwards, and things like that as well. Having those cabinet door locks.
The locks.
Those prevent a lot of different things. Even take your kid out of a room maybe where you don't want them to be too.
It could work.
Exactly. Especially things like the bathroom where you would have a potential risk for a drowning and things like that.
And even medicine cabinets, and it could be things that you think aren't harmful, maybe diaper rash cream or maybe lotions or eye drops or things like that may not have one of those adult seals on them.
Exactly. And a lot of things we think may be potentially safe, but when you're putting your child around it, it's not going to actually be safe for them. Another thing could be vitamins. So once kiddos get older, they know that those are really cute and squishy, they taste really good, so they maybe get into more, and there's other items as well that are more of adult recreational that we wanted to definitely keep away from children.
Sure.
So keeping things like up and away, out of sight, out of reach, and then have a child lock or just lock off access entirely.
So now's the time if you haven't done it yet, because believe it or not, we're about halfway through the summer at this point. So you're already seeing those ER visits, and if your kids are home with you, get those locks going, get those kids safe. And if something does happen, obviously get to the ER, but there's poison control numbers too, as you mentioned, as well, people can call.
Definitely. And then when it comes to just even unintentional injuries that happen at the home, we often think these things can never happen, right? But nevers do unfortunately happen. And every day, at least 20 kids a day die from an unintentional home-related injury. And those things could be very well prevented with those, safety locks, keeping things up and away, and then just more active supervision.
Very good. Great things to remind us of, as maybe we're a little distracted. It's summertime. We're thinking fun in the sun, but we could be a little distracted at times too.
Definitely.
So very good. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.